Phoenix will be getting a new grant that will benefit the future of the city.
Plus, residents in rural areas across Oregon are concerned about the delivery of their mail.
And today we can expect windy, rainy, snowy conditions to start out our November.
Watching out for you. This is NewsWatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6 a.m. on Friday, November 1st. Welcome to NewsWatch 12 this morning. I'm Damon Alvarado.
And I'm Brinkley Hill. We're checking back in with Sarah right now to see what it's looking like as we head out to the bus stop this morning and heading out for our commutes.
Yeah, this morning you're definitely going to want to take that umbrella with you and maybe some rain boots because we're already seeing rain, and that's going to be the trend for our Friday and the start of our November. We're going to see snow as well along the Cascades. Going to be in a little bit of higher elevations for the day. We have some warm air moving in, but right now seeing precipitation along the coast moving its way in, seeing some drizzle as well to make our way over into Medford, but we'll see rain throughout the day, even making its way over towards the east side. As we're waking up, temperatures aren't as cold though this morning. We're into the 30s and 40s over into the Klamath Basin. As we make our way over to the west, Grant's past 54 this morning, 45 over into Medford and along the coast in the mid 50s as we're getting ready to head out the door. But do be careful today as you are heading along the Cascades. Still going to see significant snowfall, especially as we head over towards Crater Lake and Diamond Lake. So drive extra slow along the passes. As we head into Saturday and Sunday, still tracking the chances for some snow showers, so do make sure you're slow as well. We'll touch on how much snow we'll be seeing and rainfall heading through the next few days coming up in our next forecast.
We have a money alert this morning. A $3.5 million grant could bring big changes to the city of Phoenix.
NewsWatch 12's Leaf column explores how a downtown development project is aiming to create a bright future for the community.
City, once destroyed by wildfire, is bouncing back. With the help of a state grant, Phoenix is finally ready to thrive.
Well, I'm most looking forward to having a downtown that feels whole again. With all this new energy, there's some really exciting stuff happening.
The city building 4 new parking lots in a central spot, meeting a need for public parking. Plans for stormwater treatment and sidewalks, aiming to make Phoenix more livable.
The parking lots are a good start to, keep people in one area, get them to walk around the community. The sidewalks are necessary, of course, to get them there safely.
For some, it's already been emotional, with the new city building and the Foodery breathing new life into the corridor. The project is a chance to honor the Phoenix of yesterday and build a vibrant community for tomorrow.
When folks are passionate about something, that means that they're going to spend time working to solve issues or planning for the future.
It's been a long road to get to this point already, so I feel like we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel here.
In our fire watch, rural Metro Fire is investigating an RV fire in Wolf Creek. Nobody was inside the RV on Frontage Road, so there were no injuries. We also know the fire did not spread to any nearby property.
Ashlanders might start to see some smoke from prescribed burning. Ashland staff are piling up some stuff to burn now that fire season is over. They say smoke might be seen around the terrace as well as Granite Street and trails in Siskiyou Mountain Park.
Speaking of smoke, you may see some if you're traveling to Prospect or Union Creek. The Rogue River Siskiyou National Forest will burn forest debris near the Fish Lake cabins. This is part of a 248-acre project, with crews hoping to complete the work this week. New this morning, the Jackson County Sheriff's Office Search and Rescue helped the Douglas County Sheriff's Office get a woman home safe. 43-year-old Sutherland resident Mandy Greer was rescued after not meeting back up with her significant other. They split up while picking mushrooms, and Greer hadn't returned to their car as planned. Deputies in Search and Rescue spent Tuesday night searching for Greer before finding her next morning. Greer was found injured and needing help getting out of the forest, but none of the injuries were life-threatening.
This morning, you can now charge your EV in Chiloquin. There are 2 charging stations there. The stations are at the corner of South 1st Avenue and East Snowchin Street. The $238,000 grant from Pacific Power covered 100% of these costs. City leaders say they're excited about the charging stations because it's one step closer to a future of clean transportation.
This morning, a man has pled not guilty to a fatal crash in Josephine County. Joshua Patrick is out on a $100,000 bond and is facing a Class B felony. This is the second most serious type of felony in the United States. The crash happened at the intersection of Helms Road on Tuesday afternoon. Oregon State Police say Patrick blew through a stop sign before being hit by a dump truck. The dump truck then rolled onto its side, and the driver, Eugen Steinke, died. Patrick ran away from the area but was later arrested. His next court date is Wednesday, November 6th. And residents in rural areas outside of Eugene are frustrated, saying they've gone weeks without reliable mail delivery.
Albert James spoke with neighbors about the challenges they're facing, especially when it comes to mail-in ballots, and how the Postal Service is responding.
I've been here since '87. I've never, ever had these kind of problems before.
R. Scott Palmer lives off of Gimple Hill Road. He says since September, delivery of mail has been rare in his neighborhood, causing issues in getting important packages like prescription medications.
I just don't understand how they let something like this happen.
Michael Thomas lives just down the street and also has been dealing with sporadic delivery. With the reliable history of the post office, he says this situation is concerning.
Especially this time of year, the importance of mail-in ballots, everything else that's going on. You know, we need to trust them. And nobody here trusts the mail service right now.
Palmer says a clerk at the West Side Post Office told him staffing challenges has caused the issue. He reached out to Senator Ron Wyden's office, who said the Postal Service would be implementing every other day delivery on the route until the problem was solved. But that hasn't been the case.
When was the last time you got mail?
Last Sunday.
Mail delays have also raised concerns among neighbors about the delivery of election ballots. Neighbors I spoke with were concerned they wouldn't get their ballots on time.
We were worried about our ballots, but they did come. They came okay, but that was our main concern at the beginning of October.
Thomas says there was no way he'd rely on the Postal Service to deliver his ballot back, but that wouldn't be an easy option anyway.
We don't have any mail pickup either. So consequently, you know, who's going to pick up the ballots? The only way you can do it is to take the ballots into the drop box.
Earlier this week, the Coos County clerk said an error at the Postal Service caused delays in ballots being mailed out to voters. In a statement, the Postal Service says a sorting issue affected just under 1,000 ballots, but they're continuing to work with the clerk to resolve any issues. They also acknowledged staffing shortages, saying they're doing everything they can to alleviate issues and get back on track for reliable delivery.
A mail service and the Postal Service is a key element of government, and we should have it and we should support it.
In Your Voice, Your Vote coverage, we're 5 days away from Election Day, but we're already seeing massive voter turnout. Every county in Southern Oregon has had at least 38% of eligible voters turn their ballots in already. This is from the Oregon Secretary of State's office with data leading up to today. Curry County has seen the highest concentration with 48% of registered voters returning their ballots. Jackson County has seen the lowest concentration of turnout so far with 38.6%.